Good morning, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Andrea, with W.O.E podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. If this is your first time, then welcome. And for those that's been joining the challenge, we on day 2 of forgiveness. Thank you, Lord. As you guys can see, I am not in my office today. And when it get like this, it's because it's for a reason, okay? So last night, I had a client got sent to the hospital. She was there overnight. I'm with her. So it kind of threw my schedule off. But I said I still have to make time for God's children to still share his word. For those that's joining the challenge, I want you guys to be content. I want you guys to really take heed of what I'm sharing with you on how to forgive God's way. So this is why we're here, which is okay, but I have to squeeze in. Y'all, my schedule's so hectic right now. I really have to make time to squeeze in to share with y'all. Even tune in just to say hey or something. You know, I still try to make time for y'all because I see all the messages and feedbacks I'm receiving from y'all. I don't want y'all to think I'm ignoring y'all, because I'm not. Your girl got her hands tied into a lot. So I'm trying my best to still enjoy God's children and still enjoy what I love doing, okay? But so as we always say, I'm coming out of the NIV version, so I have my laptop today. I don't have my Bible, I don't have my notes, but I do have some stuff here that I have to share with y'all on what it means. So here, Romans 12:17 out of the NIV version. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. Okay, so basically here Paul states that the idea of revenge, you don't want to do something evil because they did something evil to you. That makes sense? So you don't want to repay evil for evil. So just because you hurt me, I'm not going to hurt you back, okay? Or because you talk about me, I'm not going to talk about you. Those kind of things we don't want to do. But if we do, we have to do it for good, okay? I seen this post where someone said, while you were gossiping or talking about me behind my back, I'm actually praying for you. So while you trying to down me, I'm actually praying for you. However it went about, I like that. I really love that saying. You know, however it went, but it was something similar to that, you know, and I liked it, you know. So anyway, so basically, we pay no one evil for evil. So this instruction goes against all natural tendencies, okay? Like I said, so if someone hurts you, you don't hurt them back. And also, Christians is not to repay evil for evil. Remember, we read in Proverbs 20:22. So Paul, he wrote the letter to us saints, of course, that he states gospel truths regarding the sinfulness of man, justification, sanctification, future glorification, and God's plan for Israel, which is in these chapters. So throughout these chapters, Paul never gives a command to the church, but simply states the realities of the gospel, okay? So which is chapter 12. He begins providing applications to the gospel truth to present and continues to do so through the end of the letter. So one of those applications of the gospel is to let vengeance be the Lord's. We are not to repay evil for evil. Okay? So Paul wants us as believers to pay evil with good. Okay? So, like I said with that saying, or have you ever, let me tell y'all, so I'm not going to really say too much because I forgave her. You know, it's old, but because I knew a person or how they were, even if you didn't like me, I still speak, I still smile, I'm still me. Because that's just who I am. You know, maybe my spirit irritates you a little bit, but that's just who I am. And because I know who you are, I decided to still buy you lunch anyway. Like, so what? I still buy you lunch. I still care. I still love. You know, regardless of what you got going on or whatever you got against me or whatever the fact, I'm not going to figure it out. Because I know I didn't really do no wrong. But because somehow I hurt you or whatever I may have did, you know, and I know how you have a vibe. You get a vibe from a certain person and you could sense it. Like, that's what you have a discerning spirit for. You would know. And then they be like, dang, why is she so nice? Or what make her, you know, regardless, I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to love you no matter what. Like me or not, I'm still love you. And that's just real. You know, so that's basically what he wants us to repay evil with good. Something good. Oh, you don't want to help me, but I'm going to still help you. Kind of thing, you know. So we have to be, as Christians, forgiving other people, regardless of what they did. We still have to do as if they ain't ever hurt you. They ain't ever do it. Like me, I'm the type of person, and anybody will tell you, I'm the type of person, I let stuff brush off. Like I would act like I never knew you. I act like it never happened, and thank God for that. I don't know how it came about. I think because when you go through so much, it's just life. You experience so many different things. It's just life. So I think that plays a part to why it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, you cut me today, but then tomorrow I won't remember. I'll be like, oh, I didn't know. Or, and that's just how I've always been since I was younger, I remember. They be like, you don't remember. Like, it's not the fact I hold grudges. I don't hold anything against a person. We all human, we all make mistakes, and sometimes I feel like I look at the person's heart, like, they didn't really mean it. I know they're really a good person inside. They didn't mean it. And I look past flaws and all, and I feel like that's how God see me as. Like, regardless of what you did, no matter how old or recent, as long as you ask for forgiveness, he's not going to just bring it up to you. He's just not going to be like, remember that time you did this? And he's not going to do that, And I feel like that's how easy it is to be like, oh, well, if God can do it, then I can do it. If God can forgive me, I can do the same. I can forgive you, So I feel like that's an easier way of putting things as far as forgiveness. Now, if your enemy is hungry, here in Proverbs, remember in 25, but if your enemy is hungry, feed him. And if he is thirsty, give him something to drink. You don't want to be mad or angry at somebody. You don't want to. I don't know. Everybody was raised different. I'm speaking on how I was raised, but I was taught to still love a person, no matter what. Because you see them, okay, say if something happened. I don't ever want to wish nothing bad on anybody's downfall, like, ever. And you don't want to do that. So if you see that person hungry, feed him. Don't be like, oh, I'm not finna feed him because so-and-so last year he did this or she did that. Like, no. We're not supposed to be like that. And sometimes I look at everything as a test, to be honest. I feel like God is testing me. Like, okay, let's see how she act. Let's see how she do this person. He hurt you last night, but let's see how you act today. Or she said this about you an hour ago, and then let's see how you act. Everything I feel like is put to a test. I feel like we be put to a test for a reason. So yes, so we are going to do that and